Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to do a swipe for you today, only because I had a beginner's workshop yesterday and the girls did a swipe like this, and there's lots of the black swipe paint left over, so I might as well use it, even though I'm only going to use that much, or not even that much. I'll do a swipe for you. So this is the little card that everyone gets. I'll bring it up and show you a close-up of it, and they get to take it home because it's a little bit hard to, remember what you did at the class. So that's the swipe. 60% glue, 40% water, which is what I use for my flip cup pours as well. But with the flip cup pours, I use 1 part pouring medium to 1 part paint. This, as you can see, is 1.5 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint. So in my little cups there, I've got 90 grams of pouring medium, which is 3 ounces, and 60 grams of paint, which is 2 ounces. And then the swipe color, right at the bottom there, it's 2 to 1. So that's even thinner. Your swipe color has to be thinner. So 60 grams of pouring medium to 30 grams of paint. So that's 2 ounces to 1 ounce. So your swipe color has to be thinner. So it just glides over your paints. So did everyone get a little snapshot of that? Put it out of the way. So that's what I use. I've got my little plastic sheets cut up. Any sorts of plastic. It has to be thick enough so that you can control it. You don't want it all sort of flopping all over the place. So something that you can control. So that's just a document holder cut up. Yeah, I told you about my pouring medium, 60% glue, 40% water. Now the colours I'm using are Mont Marte. This one here, it looks aqua, doesn't it? Sure does, but it's called emerald green. Like, go figure. How bizarre. I don't know who's naming these. Emerald green is like a dark green, isn't it? Anyway, this one, it looks burgundy, doesn't it? It's called mauve. Like, mauve is like a lilac sort of a colour, isn't it? Or mauve, but yeah, I just don't get it. Don't know who's naming these. We have orange, so they're just the Mont Marte Studio acrylics. And then this one is turquoise with a little splash of phthalo blue, just to make it a little bit lighter. Give it a bit of a bang to get the bubbles to come up to the surface and pop. I will show you, I shall show you the consistency, what 1.5 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint looks like. It's pretty thin. Oh, that's a bit dark, isn't it? Now there's no mound. When you do a ribbon like that, it doesn't sit on top, it just goes. See, it's really thin. That's what you want for your swipe. Before I get started, I will show you a few of my dried paintings, because I know you guys like to see them. Now this one was, I like big blooms and I cannot lie. That's her there. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That was my first big bloom. One big bloom on a big canvas. 40 centimetre square, 16-inch square, I think that one is. So that's that one. And then these are my 2 beach pours that I did using the bloom recipe. I prefer this one, I must say. It's just got more interest in it. This one's just basically brown and turquoise. This one's got a lot more interest in it, but they still look pretty together. So that's them. Righto, let's get to pouring, hey? Now, the first thing we need to do is just cover the whole canvas with our colours. Now, what did I say I wanted to do with these? I wanted to put I think I wanted the red with the green. Oh look, it doesn't really matter, they're all going to get mixed up anyway, so let's just get started. Just pouring ribbons on, because it's going to all get tilted anyway. So just pour all your paint out. Sunday today, and I get to paint. I haven't painted for a few days actually. Didn't paint yesterday because I had the workshop. And then Friday I didn't paint because I was setting up for the workshop. It takes me a while to get set up. Thursday I worked, so I didn't paint. So it would have been, is it Wednesday? Gosh, been a while. I'll try and do 2 paintings today so that I've got something to upload tomorrow, Monday, when I'm working, because I won't have time tomorrow. So I don't know if I will get to it. We'll see. See what happens. I'm running out of ideas of things to paint for you guys. Let me know if there's something that you want to see, won't you? Oh, I forgot to put the silicone oil in. Oh my gosh. I was just staring at there and thought, oh, I forgot to put the oil in. Oh, you know why? Because I've packed it up. Let me grab it. I put it away. All right, I'm going to put some in these 2, and then I'll put a little bit in the black swipe. It's just the treadmill spot on treadmill lubricant. Oh dear. I thought I had everything organized, but I'd packed everything away, you see, so the oil wasn't on my table. Right, it should be all right still. Sometimes if I forget to put my oil in the colors, I just put it in the swipe color and it still works. It's pretty forgiving. So we'll see if that is the case today. All right, here we go with the red, even though it's called mauve. I'm calling it red today. So we've got little gaps here and there of canvas that you can see, but we're going to tilt and cover the whole surface, so you don't need to worry about if you've got any little gaps. It won't matter. And on with our aqua. I can't believe I forgot the oil. Oh my gosh. What sort of a teacher am I, hey? Trying to teach you guys how to swipe and I forget the oil. I thought I was organised. I thought I had everything. Never mind. All right, that's all my colours. Swipe my hand. Now I do need to stir my little cup here of black. Stir in that oil. Hopefully it'll work. All right, that can just sit there for a minute while we get to tilting. So basically it's just a matter of covering the surface. Try not to lose too much paint, but just try and get it to go over all your sides. There's plenty of paint there so that there's enough to cover the sides and a little bit of runoff. Something in there. There's always something in there, isn't there? You get those little dried bits of paint around the rim of your paint container. Alright, down to that side. If you do miss any little corners, you can just pick up the paint with your little spatula, your little handy tool, and cover your corners. I just saw something else in there where the paint wasn't moving, but now I can't remember where it was. There it is, just there. That bit of paint wasn't moving. Could just be some unmixed paint. A little blob of something. Okay, let's do this side now. back to the middle and then over this side. So you just take the weight of the paint to where you want it to go. I find that's easier. Now I want to bring some of the red back into the middle, because there we go, that's kind of all looking good. Put a bit of paint on the corner. Very stripy looking, isn't it? And you can see how it's all kind of blended and moved around. That's just a bubble. All right, let's pop a little bit of paint on the corner there. Might as well do your corners before you go any further. And with this type of pour, because there's so much colour on the surface, you don't have to particularly match your corners. It really doesn't matter. And you can if you want to, like that was a totally red corner, but put a bit of red there. Okay, I've got my paper towel ready. Got 2 sheets, but that's the first one, so pop that there, and that's what I use to wipe my plastic on. And then I'll turn the canvas and I'll do the other half. But let's put this on. Gee, I hope it works now that I've forgotten my oil. God, I'm a duffer sometimes. Yes, I am. Now just a little bit. I can't stress enough the importance of a little bit of paint. If you put a lot of paint, you're going to drag that black over and it's just going to be totally black. You're not even going to see the rest of the colours. So start off the surface, just like that. See, that down there is probably a little bit on the thick side. Try and go a straight line if you can. I know it's hard sometimes, but try and get a straight line because your plastic is straight. All right, now there's quite a bit there. I may have to end up swiping that bit twice. So what you need to do is you need to touch your black. You don't want to pull other colors through, you just want to touch the black. Now because I've got that bend there, I'm going to just go over here. Hold the bottom. If you hold the sides like this, can you see what's happening? It's bending, your plastic's bending and your edges aren't going to touch. Hold the bottom like that, okay? Just touch the black and swipe towards you. Make sure one foot is in front of the other, so that when you do get back here, you're not going to fall over. You can transfer your weight onto your back foot. That's really important as well. Okay, so you can see the colours coming through there, which is what you want. Now overlap a little bit as well. So I'm trying to touch half the black so that I've got the other half left for the other half of the swipe. And then I just wipe that on there. See, these are really good because you can just wipe them and then you can go again. Now this is the section I said I might have to swipe twice because there's a lot of black there. So I'm going to go again here. And by the looks of it, see how dark that is? So you can see what I mean now. I mean, it had a little bit more black there, but that amount of black was too much. See that? It's just so black you can't even see through it. So let's go again. Until you can see some of your colour popping through. So that was a lot of black that I took off. I'll leave it like that for now. I'll see what the other half looks like when I've done that. I can always come back and swipe again. Look at that gorgeous cell. Hello. Welcome, little cell. Welcome to the world. And again, make sure that you take your hands around the canvas because they're sticky. They've got paint on them. You don't want to drip into the center. So take your hands around. Okay, so now I need to put down my next bit of paper towel. Make sure you have everything ready. Just makes it easier for you, especially when you've got paint all over your hands. Righto, now I've just turned my plastic around, so I'm using the clean half, and I'm going to take this bit of black and drag it over. Just touch the black if you can. See, that's quite thick there in the middle again with black, so I'm going to have to swipe over that again. I mean, I would get some cells through there, but not as much as I would get over here. I mean, you can see those popping up already on their own. They are just beautiful, beautiful cells. And wipe that off. I'll just fold that over so that I can use the other half. Waste not, want not. I'll leave that because I'm getting gorgeous cells through there already. I'm just going to turn it this way. Still, don't hold the sides like that. See, it bends. Make sure you just hold the bottom. There's still a lot of black here. So I may have to, I don't know. I was going to say I may have to swipe twice. It's still quite dark, isn't it? It's up to you how much darkness you want. I think a little bit of dark here and here and here, and then you've got light there and there and there. So I think it's quite a nice combination of colours. Getting some weird things happening in here. I don't know what's going on there. Righto, so now we torch. Now's the fun part. Let's see if I can zoom you in a little bit so that you can actually see closer at hand what's happening with these cells. Hey, how's that? Because once they start popping up, they're just going to be gorgeous. So I've got my big boy blowtorch. Now, I've tried smaller blowtorches, I've tried heat guns. I find, for me personally, that you need a lot of heat, and those other little machines are just not strong enough to give the kinds of cells that I want, the big, beautiful cells. The other things are just not hot enough, and they also tend to give me caterpillars. So I discovered it's the temperature. You need that really strong heat to give you the good cells. So I'm just going around in circles here, bringing up some cells, and then we'll have a little look and see where else we want to go. Back down here. Just a sprinkling really. I don't want clusters, I just want an overall kind of a sprinkling of cells is what I like. Ooh, that was a bit close. Just there, see, I got so close. It's such a hot heat. It just brings them up instantaneously. But they're nice big cells. They're not little tiny cells. I did an experiment with a heat gun. I've actually done a couple of experiments. One with the little blowtorch and one with the electric heat gun. And yeah, I just didn't like either of them. I'm just picking where I want some more cells, really. What do you think of those cells, those colours that are popping up? Oh, aren't they just gorgeous? Now, I like to see some background. I think the background is gorgeous, so I don't want too many cells. I'm going to leave it like that. What do you think? I have got a weird thing happening here. Not sure. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. I don't know. Maybe it's because I put the black in, the silicone in the black. Don't know. But apart from that, I'll take you down for a close-up in a minute. It's kind of like fractals. Just that there. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. So with this particular swipe, you don't want to tilt, or I don't anyway, because I want my cells to remain nice and round and beautiful. I don't want them to be overstretched, so I'm not going to tilt. If you're into balloon dipping, you can by all means balloon dip. I just love it the way it is. If you do want to dip, wait maybe 6 hours until the paint's had a chance to dry. But yeah, I personally just think, you know, that'll spoil this because it's so gorgeous. And you can see the individual cells. I mean, I have got a little bit of a cluster here and here, you know, where I got a bit close. But for me, I really like the individual cells where they just look as if they're floating. And the red there with that aqua, oh, so pretty. I'll take you down for a close-up, and you can see they've got multiple colours, multiple rings in these cells. They will grow a little bit more, not too much, not too much more. It's so pretty, isn't it? Wow. All right, let's go down for a close-up. Squeaky ladder. Put it on autofocus. So this is one of the sides that's had a little bit more black over it. Still really gorgeous. I shouldn't turn my light off. There's my new light. See, it's shining there down onto my painting. Let me just turn it off. Okay, that's better. I never know whether I should have it on or not. So just a very thin coating of black here over this more blue area. And then into the corner. Oops. Can't see where I'm going. Into the corner, there's a little bit more black there. A little one there with a tiny little pink dot in the middle. Oh, so pretty. Can you see what I mean about the background? It looks really pretty. It's just part of the artwork. So there's a light colored background. Over here it's more dark, and then over here it's more blue, and we go back to the dark, back to light. Oh, I was going to show you these cells, wasn't I? Look at those. Can't get the color right. Looks a bit glary. Red and green cells together. And they got the multiple colors in them. So pretty. Okay, there we go. So that is it. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a go at swipes. You don't have to put any pressure on when you're doing your swipe. You just very gently drag your plastic towards you. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. These weird fractal things. Look at that. How bizarre. I don't know. The only thing I can think of, the black isn't opaque and that turquoise isn't opaque, and together they're making little weird things happen. Don't know. Haven't had that before. Alright, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed that. Hope you like my little video. Hope you like my painting. Please like and subscribe. Oh, some people have been saying they haven't been getting the notifications. I think there was a little bit of a YouTube glitch last year. So just make sure, go and tap your little button again, your little bell, and make sure that you are actually lodged for notifications. so that you will get the notification every time I put a new video up. All right, thanks for watching. I will see you for the next one. Bye for now.